In Philadelphia, after 3 friends went for a drive and 2 of them disappeared. One of those young men was later found dead. Cheyenne Corinne reports.
For almost a month, there's been a lot of speculation about where these 2 friends could have gone. Now, although one of those boys' body has been found, it's still a mystery of what exactly happened that March night.
Good evening. I am your host, CEONAFEES. Tonight, I want to talk about a mystery of Quadir, Diaz, and Ausar Thomas. Some witnesses say police were chasing them as they sped off in their vehicle. Some witnesses say it may have been their enemies. As I stand here on Lincoln Drive, where they were last seen alive. Just last week, Ausar Thomas was found dead in the river. If you have any information, please call 911. Yo, CEONAFEES checking in. Y'all now tuned in to Directed by CEONAFEES. I have a special guest right here to the right of me, Diaz.
What's up?
What's going on?
A lot of mysteries going on. Yeah.
I just want to say I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you
to share your story with me. Whatever I can do to help, I'm here to help. Seriously, without the cameras, with the cameras, whatever. I mean that sincerely.
Thank you.
First of all, I want the people to know, because it's people all from around the world watching us, right? I want the people to know where you're from and your name and everything like that.
I'm from Philadelphia. I was born in West Oak Lane area. My grandmother raised me. My mother was around, but my grandmother raised me. 36 years of age. I had Quadir when I was 17 years old.
Oh, so that was your first child?
Yeah.
First Quadir?
Yeah, that was my first love.
And Quadir is the one that's missing as of right now, right?
Yes.
So it was 2 missing?
It was 2 missing. It was Quadir's best friend and Quadir.
Okay. Before I get to that point, so you to that part, you from Uptown.
Yeah. And
how was it growing up in Uptown?
I mean, it was, when I was little, it was kind of lonely because it was, like I said, I had brothers and sisters, but I lived with my grandma. Mm-hmm. She was sick. I remember she had, kidney failure and stuff like that. So she was on dialysis a lot. And, I was bad. So she couldn't really handle me growing up. She did the best she could. But I remember not having, like, certain stuff that other kids had, like the labels and stuff that I wanted. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Growing up without that stuff, you get bullied. You ever been bullied?
No, I always was the baddie, but I did get, talked about a lot. Oh, look at her, she ain't got this, she don't have that. So I got teased a lot, but that's what made me want to fight.
Right. You can fight?
Yeah. I try not to, but yeah. That's what made me, always so angry.
So, I know that you coming up in Uptown, I know, they used to say Uptown was for people who had money and all that type of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But the part of Uptown you from is Somerville, right?
I'm from the Ville.
Yeah. Shout out to the Ville. Is it the same over there?
No, it's rough. When I got old enough to get off their porch, that's when I, walked a couple blocks from where I live at, and I've seen so much,
Right.
the drugs, the fiends, and that's where I wanted to be at. I didn't want to be over there where Simon's playground and all that was. I wanted to be right there, and it was rough growing up.
A little bit too quiet over there?
There was a little bit too many trees and suburban. You had to go to church and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I had to go around the corner before I go to school when I was little and put overgarments on because now I done took my shahada at 10 and my family don't even know.
So you had to take it off before you going out?
Yeah. And before I got to school in the morning, I would go behind the post office and put it all on.
Damn. You was something else at 10 then.
Yeah, my mom lived out of state all the time, and my dad, he was in the streets. He was a hustler. He still ain't mapped the, he was around, but he was like here,
right,
here,
And just that was it.
Yeah.
He gave you a couple of dollars. He really wasn't there as a father.
No, because he was in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the streets. I ain't never knock him though because he did the best he could too. When you're in the streets, you can't be, and he was in the streets, so you can't be up under your kids when you're in the streets because that's how you make them a victim. Mm-hmm. So that's what type of dad I had back in the day,
Yeah, for sure. You can't do both.
Yeah, but his wife was very active with me. So when he was in the streets, mm-hmm. I would be at their house, and I would get everything that my sister would get. It wouldn't be no difference.
That's thorough. When when you grow up, when you start to get grown, you start to realize, like, she ain't had to do that. You feel me? Because you grown now, and some kids you she bad. Like, you realize that she ain't have to do that. Like,
it took me to when I went away to realize a lot of stuff. You understand? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They was real active with me. Like, my stepmom. And even then, I was still bad, just...
Why was you bad? What was wrong?
I think I was just like... I think I was lacking, all the time I probably wanted to be with my mom and my dad, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To be with my mom, and, it took my mom years later for us to have this conversation when I was going, for her to say, like, I never knew.
Right.
I thought that you wanted to be with your grandma. That's where you was most comfortable with. Mm-hmm. And even though I was comfortable there, I always wanted to be with my mom. Like, no matter what, even if I might not get everything I would get with my grandma, that's where I wanted to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you would say you was lacking love? For real.
Yeah, to me, I think my mom, the way she showed her love was sending the money, making sure I had the best Christmases, the best birthday. That's the mom she was, even when she was around, because she was back and forth, She was always here, mm-hmm. with me and my brothers and sisters. Here you got the big dream house, but it wasn't, come here, baby, let me do your hair.
Right.
Let mommy put you in the tub. Mm-hmm. I love you. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that.
That's needed. That stuff is real.
It wasn't none of that growing up.
Yeah. So when did you encounter love, and who was it? Was it like a boyfriend you met at the time? Was it somebody in the streets? Like, when you first encountered love with someone?
When I thought I encountered love.
Was it lust?
I don't know. I had met this guy. I think he was about 18 years old, 17, 18.
How old were you?
I was 18. He was 17.
Oh, so he was younger than you. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Quadir was 6 months. I already had Quadir.
Okay.
So no, he wasn't 6 months. I was about to be 18. So yeah, I was 18. So
when you met him, that's when you felt like you was loved. He took you and your son in. That was thorough.
Yeah, he did. His mom took us in first. That was the first. His mom took us in first. I had met his sister. I was locked up at Asian race, And I was crying, coming through. And the sister was like, don't cry, you can call my mom, collect. And I did, and she made a phone call, and I seen him at court, and we was like cool ever since.
So you in 8th and Race. For those who don't know what 8th and Race is, it's when you get locked up.
It's the roundhouse.
It's the roundhouse. So you at 8th and Race, you in there crying, you see a girl in there, she locked up too.
Yeah, she locked up too.
And she like, yo, what you crying for? What's up?
Yeah, it ain't that bad. I'm like, I'm locked up, I don't know.
What you was locked up for at the time?
Oh, because I had came up in the house. I had been placed, and I had came home. So now I'm like, I'm coming to get my son. You know, y'all had me placed for like 2 months. I'm coming to get what's mine, so I'm coming to get Quadir. And I come up in the house, and I'm just acting crazy. Get my son, man, packing his shit. And they had a restraining order I didn't even know.
Who had Quadir at the time?
Me and my grandma. My grandma raised us. So my grandma, we both lived at my grandma's house.
Okay.
So when you got to go away, he staying, the boy staying with us.
By any means, it's my baby.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, it's grandma baby.
Yeah, so that was his great grandma. My mom lived upstairs. It was a duplex my grandma owned. You know, so all of us lived there, my brothers and sisters. That's when we was all together.
Oh, okay. You know? So you get out. You like, well, yo.
With my son, you know, I bring him to see me, even though I used to cope with my son. And I got there, like, kind of, when the cops came, they said, well, you know, she wasn't never served a restraining order, so, you know, we can't lock her up. So my mom said, well, she pushed me. So I'm like, damn, you pushed the kid. Oh, well, put your hands on your back. Just like that.
So you get locked back. And you had a restrainer on you.
Yeah, but see, the restraining order ain't stick because I was never served.
Right.
So I call home. You don't do that to me. And they like, oh, we didn't mean it. You didn't come down with the bell.
Yeah, come back crazy.
Sorry, baby. You know, get me right on out.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of pop.
Take me to the time when you was like pregnant with Quadir. Was it rough for you? Was you still running around?
Oh wow! When I was pregnant with Pop, I was like very much running around. I was like hanging down Somerville heavy, and I'm hanging in dope houses, like crack houses, hustling. You know, I got a boyfriend. You know, I got an old head. This is my boyfriend, and I went to my mom's house for the summer. And I came back pregnant. I don't know how to tell the boyfriend what's going on. So yeah, I was real wild, like when I was young, and thought I was hustling, you know.
So you pregnant, and people don't understand. Back in the day, it was pregnant moms really hustling, moving around, boosting, doing what they had to do. It was different.
I never was a booster, but I was like hustling. Yeah, that's what I knew because, like I said, my dad was in it real heavy. You understand? So I knew that.
Right.
Now, my mom and them, they was never that. They was, you know, church people. Well, my grandma, you know, my mom worked, you know, doing nursing. So, but my dad's side, you know, they knew how to get that money. My mom knew how to get money too, but it was different ways, you know. Well, my dad, he gonna go out and get that paper.
Right.
So then I said, well, I want to have a baby. I don't get that paper. So now
That's when you feel like you had to turn it up.
Yeah, and then I ended up getting in a situation where I was hit. When people took me in the houses right after I had quality, people took me in the crib and split my head open with a gun. They didn't know that I was only 17. They thought that I was, you know, grown because I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? They see me out there all the time, so they like, ain't no way this a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't found out that I was a kid until after I'm sitting there with staples and split head. And I wasn't even trying to go to the hospital. I'm sitting on the steps like, I ain't going to the hospital. My whole face leaking.
So wait a minute, they was robbing you?
No, I had asked the mom. I had asked one of the sons. I said, hi, because they dad had like a stand. He used to sell stuff. And I said, hi, you such and such son. He was like, yeah. And I was like, how you doing? And I guess I asked him that before, but I didn't know that. And he told his mom, and the dad came out, and I looked up, there was guns, and I was like, oh, they like get the fuck in a kid. I'm like, God, like, you know, they took me in there, and then the person that owned it, I call him Pop. You know, he was like the pop to everybody in the hood. Like, he used to get high and got himself together, and he was like the pop to everybody. Like, feed you, you get out there getting high, you come in his house, you gonna eat, you got somewhere to sleep. And that's how it was. His name was Pop Joe. Like,
He was thorough.
yeah, he was a good dude, man. Good, very good dude.
So when that happened to you, when they hit you in the head with the gun, it was just what it was like it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I guess they was high. So when they came out, they thought like I was being disrespectful. They thought I was an adult. The mom thought maybe I had dealings with the dad or something. She ain't know. And the dad, he was high. So he come up, mouth foaming, and he on whatever they on. You feel me?
Hey.
And my cousin found out I'm in the crib, what's going on. He comes in there thinking he defending me. He done attacked Pop Joe, not knowing that Pop Joe with me. Pop Joe done beat my cousin up, then put them all in the entertainment system.
All in the entertainment.
So we all leaving stapled up and stitched up.
Did y'all all get cool after that?
Yeah, we all got, like, even the people that did it to me, we all got cool.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Me and her to this day, like, we going on, and this is when Pop was first born, so we been friends. Pop be 19, and man, we been friends almost 19 years now.
Damn, you been through
Off
some
that
shit.
situation.
Damn, you been through some shit. We ain't even get down the line yet.
Mm-hmm.
So Pop born, you hustling, you shaking and baking. When was your first, you went to the roundhouse first, you got home, Pop born, you moving around, you hustling. When was your first booking? Like, when did you get booked for real? Like
Once I moved, Pop was about 2. I went down North Philly. I remember like 29th Oakdale. And now I'm down there, and it's crazy down there back then. I'm drug galore, so now I'm shaking. They let me. And got a crib on the block. I'm living here. I'm shaking at this time. My aunt, she like, you know, I get them on the weekends free, so she got them. She got my boy. I'm out there hustling. Once I got raided, is when I was like, hold on.
mm-hmm.
And then I went through the whole drug thing, where once I started being around all the drugs, and I started selling different drugs, now I'm curious. And I'm telling myself, I'm like, no, you gonna be good. You be seeing everybody else. That's what I told myself. And then when I started the drugs, I started seeing myself like fall real fast. It was like this.
That shit ain't no joke.
It was so fast. It happened so fast. And I swear, like within 30 days, I was like this, small, you know.
What drug of choice was it?
Wet, crack, powder.
Everything.
Just not no dope and meth, none of that type of stuff.
Right. At the time, doing that back then was like a no.
Yeah, well, my age, I'm not way old, so I knew better, you understand?
Absolutely.
At this time, I'm seeing other people, aunties and uncles, you know, we saying auntie and uncle, so I know what's up, but I don't know. I had a friend with me, and she like, we're gonna just turbo it. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I tried it. And I'm like, no, I don't like that. And it was like a couple months later, maybe like a month later, I'm in somebody's crib thing. I'm begging up, they doing it. I'm like, let me try. Curiosity hit me real hard. I think I was about 19 at this time. I was young. I was 19, but...
What Pop at? He with your grandma while you...
He with my aunt. My grandmama ended up passing away.
Damn.
She ended up passing away, and that's what like took me on a rage, and that's when I started the drug selling, because I ain't had nobody after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was all I had. She used to tell me that all the time. Like, I was bad. She's like, when I go on, you don't have nobody.
Basically telling you
Let me
get your
get your shit together. Like,
Yeah.
stop talking to me the way you talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm all you got, but back then I'm like, I'm feeling myself.
Yeah.
You know, I'm smaller.
Right.
You know, pretty hair. I'm thinking you can't tell me nothing. I got baby. And you put me out
Right.
in my own room in West Philly, Market
Get money.
Street. I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Damn.
I didn't even want to go to school no more.
You felt embarrassed after?
When my grandmom died in our story, I thought like an outlet, get high. And then it kind of wrecked me real fast. And I remember not being interested in nobody no more. My boyfriend, I wouldn't answer his phone. Pop, my outer brain Quadir down. I'm giving them money to get them McDonald's. See him for a couple minutes. I ain't know. They was there for me. My aunt, it's my grandma's sister on my dad's side. They was there. She said, get yourself together. My uncle, I call him for money. He made sure my rent was paid. I got an SSI, so he made sure that my rent was paid. I never messed with that.
Right.
But he would give me like my access card and let me go ahead and, do me. And it went on for about, I want to say about 3 months before I was like, this is it.
What made you say this is it? You was down to your dick?
No, it was, they was trying to put me in rehabs and stuff, so I ended up going down south. And it was like, as soon as I got down south, I found it. Then I had a best friend down there for years, and then she was like, she just started too, and I'm like, what the? You know what I'm saying? And I had a cousin, he was like my brother. I named my son after him. His name was David. And when he found out, he was upset, so he had bought a ticket to come to Virginia. He was coming here to kick my butt.
Yeah.
And he got killed a couple days before he was supposed to come. And I just was like, if you can't do it for your kids or for yourself, do it for him. You know what I'm saying? And I did no rehab, no nothing. I just woke up the next day and was like, it ain't in my system. Don't think about it. And that's how.
I'm proud of you for that. And, it wasn't, you ain't have a long stretch with it. It was a little stretch. 3 months. I'm just glad it ain't take you all, because people be on it for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Trust me, I know.
You strong for that.
I mean, that wasn't my only rodeo. When I was like 25 and my younger kids got took. I went on like a 5-day range.
What's that mean?
One guy outlet.
Oh, okay.
Years later, and
It's like an escape. That's like an escape for
it
you.
was an escape for me then. And I called my family for help. I said, I need help. Help me. Come get me out of here. Come get me. And they tried to find me. They couldn't find me. And I just walked to my mom's. My feet was hurting. They had blisters on it. I walked to my mom's house and it was like, Mom, help me, please.
That escape is real, and that's the thing. I think, like with us, we all need it. We all gotta escape sometimes. It's just about what you use to escape. You feel me? Sometimes, like when I want to escape, I can escape. I be trying to run from shit, and I can't, no matter what I do. So I just gotta deal with it and look it in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, God, man, you gotta pray. Allah is merciful. God is merciful. You have to pray. You have to keep God in your life. You have to. Gotta keep that faith. I know sometimes we be wanting to give up, like God ain't real. You know what I mean?
And question them a lot. Yeah, they say you're not supposed to question, but I don't think I can live with that one right there. I think I'll always question about my son, And like, what happened to him?
It's I think that's gonna come with life. Like, it's nothing I can tell you for you to be like, oh, all right. As life turn, as stuff start to happen, as you start to grow mentally, you'll be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because if I sit here and tell you my story, you'd be like, you wouldn't believe it. But it's not about me, it's about you. So I'll tell you after when we done the show. But so you go through that with the drugs. You know, you growing up. What now? Pop is 2. You say you went to jail. Pop was 2.
No, I didn't go to jail.
You didn't go to jail.
I went to Virginia.
You went to Virginia, trying to get stuff together.
I came back, of course, for my cousin's funeral. And I ended up moving in with my aunt and my uncle. When Pop was already there. I stayed there for a while until I had my second son. And now I'm all ready. I got my little place. You know, I'm proud of myself. I got my new baby. I got Pop there. You know.
You clean at this time, or you still?
I'm clean.
Okay.
You know, all I'm doing is smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not messing with nothing else. I go back, you know, I move, get my place. My uncle helped me. You know, I pull up to my aunt's house to get Pop. She come out with restraining orders. No, you ain't taking them.
Damn.
My youngest son, David, he was about, I want to say about 3 or 4, because he was old enough to be able to talk, understand, like, what's going on. So he had ran out. He's getting out the car and trying to put him in the cops. So the door hits him. So I go takes him to his dad's house. I say, can you watch him for a little bit? And the aunt's like, well, why you got a knot on his head? I said, with a door. Then my aunt then called down and said some crazy stuff. And before I could pull off,
DHS?
The police did. Now I'm going in cuffs. I'm even in cuffs, and I'm down the special victims unit. I'm telling them my story over and over. It never changes. So now they bring my baby in. He's about 3 or 4. But he real talkative, you know. He's real talkative. His family is Caucasian, so, you know, he's really smart and, you know, he's advanced. Mm-hmm. He comes in there and he tells the same exact story I tell. That's when I got released and I was able to get, you know, all the kids, you know what I'm saying? Have them all at the house together. And it was cool for a while, you know. Pop was just like every other kid, you know, he wanted to play football, so he played football. But before he played the football, he did the karate, then he wanted to do that, and then he wanted to do this. It was like, he always wanted to do something different, then boxing, then he didn't want to do that anymore. Yeah, and then he was like, he wanted to do the football. So when he got in football around like, I want to say like 5 or 6, he was like really into it for a long time, for years.
He really liked that, really a sporty stick too? Yeah,
he was really good in it. And before I even knew he was as good, I would hear, because I wasn't going at first, and I would hear people in the neighborhood like, you know, some of my best friends like, yo, why you go to your son game? They like, yo, he really can play. And I'm like, for real? They like, I'm telling you, he's fast, he can play niche. And I started going, I started seeing, and I'm like, oh, he's fast. Yeah. He got this. And he did it for a long time. And he played in the Enon church, you know, he did the church thing. It's just, I think once my uncle passed away, once my uncle passed away, it was in 2019, that destroyed him.
He was real close with your uncle?
Yeah, it was like his father.
His great uncle, right? Because that was your uncle, that was his great. That was your grandmom? That was your...
My grandmom's sister's husband.
Yeah, okay.
But he was, me and him was closer than I was with my aunt. Even though she was always my favorite aunt growing up, one of them. He was more, he would help me more. Like, I don't know if it was, at that point, you know, she had already fell in love with my son, so it was like, she always felt like she had to go. It was like
Right.
yeah.
So where he died from?
We don't know yet, but we know that. My uncle, heart attack.
Okay. Okay. And how old was your son when your uncle passed away?
I think he was about 14.
Damn, so he was up there. It wasn't like he was a little baby.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen the change in Pop?
Yeah, he started smoking. He started smoking. And just like, he started being like, he's always so angry.
Right.
He was so little, a little fat little boy, but just so angry all the time. And my aunt would call me all the time and say, you know, Quadir did this and Quadir did that. Quadir did this. Quadir does. You know, my boyfriend at the time, then, you know, Quadir look up to his dad too. He would be out there looking for him. I'm gonna get his little butt. Like, where he at? Where he at? So he was just like busy.
Right.
And he started to become busy, and then he always had like a lot of friends. But I was like that too. I stayed with a lot of people around me.
Yeah.
And he got that from me, like, honestly.
People.
We do not want to be alone. We don't want to live alone. Right. We don't have no family. We will make our own family. You know, he's just like me.
I see you do that a lot with at your house and all that. See you be partying and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Pop liked the parties, so it became where he knew somebody was looking for him. He wanted to stay in the house, so the parties was like with the kids. You know, it was fun with his friends and all that.
Right. So Pop, when his uncle passed away, he started being in the streets. He was angry. He started smoking. He would start coming in the house super late and all that.
Yeah, he would start leaving my house and coming to my house a lot. My house was like, I don't know, at that time he just wanted to be up under me. Just a lot. And that's when his friends started coming down. They started being around a lot. Like a lot. Just before I went away, they was being around a lot. Yeah. And my aunt, you know, I know she needed him near with her because, you know, she was with her husband 49 years.
Right.
So, you know.
That was like her baby too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. That was
her baby too, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, she needed him. But he felt like at the time, like he needed his mom, you know, like, you won't understand. Like, she's older. Mm-hmm. My mom young, my mom gonna understand. Like the loud music, my mom gonna understand. Mm-hmm. The me wanting to play video games all day and that's it. Mm-hmm. My mom's gonna understand it.
Absolutely.
My aunt gonna be like, get up. Like, and he don't wanna hear that. He just wanna play the game. Mm-hmm. You know.
Do him. And you embraced it. Cause it's like you embraced it, playing the game, having fun.
Yeah, because he was a kid still, and I just always felt like, I always felt like being real hard on your kids, make them not want to tell you stuff. And that's why a lot of parents don't know what's going on with their kids at all. They be surprised and shocked when they found out, oh, your kid did this, and they be shocked, but not me because I built a bond with them where they knew, yeah, I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. I'm gonna dig all up in you. I might say some crazy stuff to you, some hateful stuff. You might say some things to me. But one thing about them, they already knew Umi was gonna say what was on her mind. Yeah. And they knew that I was gonna always tell them, like, no, that's a bad idea. No, I don't think you should do that. They know.
He shared, yes. He shared like secret stuff with you?
Yeah, all of them did. It was, like when it came to like anything from the streets, he would tell me like, because I would ask him if I felt like he was doing too much whispering on his phone or walking around, looking like he arguing with somebody. But he whispering. I know how that is. You get deep in the phone, you start threatening them threats because you don't want your mom to hear what you saying out your mouth.
Yeah.
I would ask him, like, what's going on? And he'll tell me. He always was telling me. So that's why I've been having this fear. That's what made me jump so fast to start searching for him, because I know what he talked to me about. You know what I'm saying? You know your kid.
The day of the day your son. When did you realize that your son was like it was something wrong? Will he come home every day?
Yeah, he came to my house. He had his own place too, but he stayed at his place the whole time, maybe 5 times in like 2 months. I ended up getting a house big enough for like everybody, and that's the house everybody was staying, a party house on. So he would be down there with me. And what was we just talking about? My mind just went blank.
He'd be down there with you, but not really at his house all the time.
Yeah, Pop just he started having like crazy feelings. You know, he had got shot.
Oh, he got shot?
Yeah, 3 months before that.
So somebody was trying to kill him?
Yeah, 3 months before that, Pop got shot. He had called me right before that, and he was like, I don't think he was calling me Umi at that time. He was calling me like mamas or something, calling me mama. He was like, called me. He said he was real angry. He was like, I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys. And I'm like, what you mean? He was like, I only got out the car and got out one of my friend's cars. He said, I only been in 2 cars. He said, I don't want to say this, but one of my friends got my keys. And I'm like, well, what you want to do? He's like, I'm just going to sit here all night. Ain't nobody taking it. I said, well, you can't sit there all night, Pop, and just sit there all night. So I guess he went to the bathroom. He had rolled home maybe like 2 blocks away. He went to the bathroom. When his friends called him and said, yo, they trying to get in your car. He pulls up. They start shooting at him. He gets shot in his back. He called me immediately. He didn't call 911. He didn't call no ambulance. He called his mom. We're screaming. And that's the first time I heard him call me Umi. And he said, Umi, they trying to kill me. Help me, help me. I was shot. And, you know, for a mom, regardless of how strong I am or whatever, you know, I'm screaming at this point. He telling me to calm down. Cause I'm going crazy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, the kids like, what's going on? And at that point, I called my aunt. I said, we gotta get to the hospital. They said, she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, Pop was shot. And she was like, what? She didn't even know. So she got there first because she lived right there. And when we got there, when he came out, he came to my house the next day and he told me, he said, Mom, at first he didn't know what was going on. And then he said, I think it was over the car. And I said, well, why over the car, Pop? He said, well, I bought the car from somebody. But I don't know if it was really their car. I said, what? He said, yeah, that's what they do now. You know, you can just buy a car off somebody and all that crack list, they got them for $500. He said, I think it was somebody bought the car, because when he went back, the car was gone. So at this point, I just, you know, moved from uptown because they kept looking for him in uptown. So I said, you know, I'm gonna go down north.
So did you believe him when he told you that?
100%. Because one thing about me, he know I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna snap on him, I'm gonna go crazy, I'm gonna yell. So he ain't about to tell me nothing to get me all riled up and stuff. So I think he felt like at that time, he couldn't tell my aunt because she older. He know she would panic like 100, going crazy. So he knew he had to tell somebody. So he told me. And that's when I think it was, for a while, he would not go outside. You know, and when he did go outside, they would go out 2 cars deep and he would like creep go see my aunt or get some weed, come back in. He wasn't really, and that's when
Because he was under he felt like somebody was looking for him.
he knew. People was calling him. They was texting him. He was putting it on speaker at that point, letting me hear it. Like, homie, you can't, you gotta listen. I need you to listen. You can't be going outside or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have you on my Facebook and all that. Because they gonna recognize you.
So you think all that situation was over? Because today it don't gotta be over nothing. To be honest, to be turned up, because they beefing over nothing. So it could just be over that,
Yeah, but listen, it could be 1,000 things. You will never know nowadays because Pop start rapping. He started rapping after he was rapping all through there. That's what the cars. That's why they wanted the cars. He started rapping, and then he started wearing all black. And then that's when everybody started popping up with gun license. Everybody, the girlfriends, everybody popping up with gats. The girlfriends got big guns, they for the boys, but the girlfriends got the license. They popping up. So now I'm saying, okay, some of them was prop guns, but so I don't know when it's a prop, when it's not. You understand? And that's when I started noticing the different behaviors with the on the phones, and then on the Instagrams. And then when my goddaughter's sister made a video, and was video shooting, he came to the side, Pop said, homie, look. I look on the Instagram, he on live. I look on the live, and I see it, and it say, nigga, we see you, we right here. Tell him what he got on everything. He says, look, my homie out here, and everybody moms his kids out here, give me another time. And they was respectful. They said, you right, but we like the video shoot. We gonna sit here and just watch. He was in the clear, so we was already nervous within that last month or two that was going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that people, the world don't know. That's why I instantly panicked when Papa ain't come back within the 6-7 hour time frame. Like, no, because I knew so much. He was telling me so much. And then when we stopped getting the phone calls and the texts, because they had stopped for a while before the video thing started. And we thought, okay, it died down, we ain't retaliating, so they know, you know what I'm saying? He on his music. Then he got his little jobs with the nursing and stuff. And I saw her, Pop not worried about that. He just trying to do music. He ain't really he kicked that in the videos, but he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't retaliating. He just going to the studio every day, making videos, home, having a little dollar party, stuff like that. Still kid. So we thought it was over. We thought, I thought Pop he was all right. His beef ain't really, because I'm from the old school. So I'm thinking, this beef ain't, these little beefs you got, it ain't, the people just talking trash. We did that back in the day. I still do it when I'm making. I might say, but you just upset. No, you ain't thinking.
Right.
And then, when your kid leave out the house, you get a phone call saying that the cops were chasing him. My first reaction was, oh, the cops were chasing him. Oh, maybe he gonna learn. He'll sit there for a little bit. He ain't getting bailed out. That was my first reaction. Because, me and him both came home like a year ago. I was away for 3 years. Pop did a year and some change. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, but then when 2-3 hours go past, now I'm like, okay, well, let me call and see what's his charges. I kept calling. They not there. I'm like, well, maybe he might have gave him a fake name, but I said, I don't have no reason to, so let me, no, nothing. And then I called my mom, like, yo, Nobody said Pop locked up, so now we checking hospitals. Because his friend tell us, they crashed the car 4 times before it finally broke down. So now I'm like, well, maybe, when you get locked up sometimes and you hurt, you go to the hospital.
Right.
Let me check. I get my sister up from Atlanta. My sister up, she calling hospitals. Then somebody said on live, ask for John Doe's. So we start doing that. And then I called him and his friend said, his friend Dante said, one of his best friends, he said, it could have been a state trooper. I'm not sure. So, I didn't know how to get in contact with a state trooper. Because before I got locked up, I never even seen them in Philly the way I see them now, riding all down west. I never seen them. I only seen them in the highways. When I called them, they was on the phone with me for a long time. Like she could hear the friend and get my voice at this point. So she kept me on for like 25 minutes. She kept searching. Then she tried to search for just a description, just in case they didn't give up their right names. And when she was like, well, it was no type of none of that went on. That's when I was like, oh, to my other kids, y'all gotta go out there and go look for them. Tell Tay to take y'all which way they went so we can at least check the car so we can know where Pop and them at. Because we still think, well, maybe they done went somewhere, they hiding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they locked up.
You ain't think your son was in jail under alias, maybe?
At first, I didn't know what to think. I started because Tay didn't want to go out there with them that time of night and search. He actually gave them a map. They showed them Google Map through the phone. And they tried to go out there, the girls and my younger boy. They tried to go out there and search on their own. So when they called me around 8 o'clock and Pop still wasn't there, they said, Dante pulled up. He got Quadir's car. And it was sir phone.
Quadir is Pop.
Yeah.
To the people.
To the people.
Quadir is Pop. That's her son.
That's what I call him. So I call him Pop, Deer, all them things. So Quadir, they say he got his stuff. So after that, I'm like, hold on. He got his Louis bag. Pop, he don't take that bag off for nothing. You hear me?
That bag stick to him like glue.
That boy got that bag on the bathroom on the floor. Just sitting right there. He just loved that bag. And then, he was close with Diaz. So she got a bag too. So they got their bag. So now he think,
Yeah.
So he
that was dope.
will take his bag anywhere. So when he came back and the bag was empty, one thing we know about Quadir, just Pop, he likes money. He carried 2 big knots in his pocket and his bag is always filled up with money. He came back and it was empty. And the kids was like, it's nothing in there and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, it's hard for me to get back home. I wasn't even home. I was at my girlfriend's house. I needed a little break from all of them for 2 days. I needed a little break.
Yeah. So
I said, oh no, I gotta get back over. And I got there, I talked to Tay, I said, can you please come? And he and I'm like, please, for me.
And Tay is who?
The third friend that was with them that came back.
Okay.
So it was Ausar, Quadir, and Dante.
So when your son went missing, it was your son?
Ausar and Dante.
3 of them?
3 of them left out the door.
Dante is the one that you said had his car, his bag. He came back.
He came back.
Okay, so.
Not the car they left him with, though.
Okay.
That was total. He came back in another car of Quadir's. And the kid said, well, he said Quadir left the keys in it on the side of Ausar's house. So, he went there for 2 hours and, he waited for them to come. When he got to my house, I talked to him. The kids instantly was just like, Omi, we not trying to hear nothing you asking this boy. And they just totally just like jumped on him. And me and one of my daughters, we start, oh no, you know, I'm thinking, oh my God, this Quadir friend, he gonna, if he comes, we still thinking maybe he could be maybe just high in the sun. Then he like, damn, cops up when we know.
So what was the story that he gave y'all?
That they was driving and that Ausar, they seen the cops coming. Him and Quadir was arguing. Dante and Quadir was arguing. Ausar seen the cop car and started chasing him. And then Ausar just took off. Took off, he said.
So one was standing outside the car, basically?
No, they all was in a car. They was on their way. They was supposed to be on their way down West Philly. Up to no good.
Okay.
And some way somebody jumped out and he said it was a cop. And they started chasing them. So he said, Quadir told us, sir, turn right here. It's going to take us up uptown. We know uptown. Take him up uptown. And I guess within there, sir, kept banging out. So the axle broke. They supposed to have jumped out and all split up different ways. When Dante came and took me to the location, because he actually took me, like where they was at. And when we got there, he couldn't really figure out what road highway he came off of, which one it was. So he went on a walk with the kids to show him like the way he ran from. The kids said once they got all the way up to the train tracks, you know, he called his mom and he was ready to go. He jumped in the car, but on his way in the car, the kid snatched the phone from him because he didn't have this brand new iPhone when he came there that night or while he was there that whole 2 weeks with Quadir from North Carolina. So they took it like, how you get this phone? You ain't gonna have no new phone, our brother missing. That's how they felt. It was the statement when he said Quadir could have fell in a ditch to somebody and then go look for him. And then when I asked him, he said he didn't say it. So that's what just made me, the woods was down the street. Like, Manioc Station was like a couple blocks down the street. And I just was like, come on, y'all, the highways is right there. He said he don't remember which one it was. And I know for sure that if you can get off Valley, Red, all that is right there. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, let's go right there. So when we was going through there, one of the girls said, well, I remember he said it was railing, then it wasn't railing. So when we start walking into the woods is when Ausar's girlfriend, she had stumbled across one of Quadir handguns. And I said, is you sure that's his? And the kid said, yeah, that's his on me, because I didn't know. They said, yeah, that's his. So, one of, he like a son to me, he said, come on, we gotta call the cops. I ain't gonna lie, I want parole. I said, well, y'all can call the cops, but let me just walk away from it, y'all call the cops. So they was like, okay. We start walking. Now it's time for us to leave because we've been out there searching for stuff. We coming up empty-handed besides just the handgun. We're not finding nothing. So I'm like, okay, it's getting late.
But the handgun was a big clue.
The handgun was a major clue.
Yeah.
Because when we was on our way out and we went through another exit is when we found the second handgun. And that was found by my cousin and another friend. I heard them screaming like, look, 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 look. And when they went, the gun was like buried down in the dirt. And a clip was sticking out by a log. And the only way it could get in that position is if it was stuck like that. The clip was like this long, but it was only sticking out this much. But
did you take any pictures of it?
No, I didn't take pictures. I gave it to the cops.
You didn't think of it. I'm talking about in the position that it was in. You didn't. Y'all wasn't.
And by the time I ran over there to see what they was talking about, they had already grabbed my cousin because she licensed to carry. She had already grabbed it, and they was like, "See," because I'm like, "How do you know that?" Like, look, homie, look, the blue clip, and it's like a sea blue clip,
Right.
and we
Was any shells spent out of the gun? Was it shot?
the one, the smaller one, my 15-year-old said that it was supposed to have been full. And I wanted to know how he knew that too. You understand? And he said, I know. It was full and one was one in the head, but when they checked it, it was one missing. The other one wasn't nothing wrong with it. They was both turned over to the authorities though. Ausar gun was turned over to his father because his was found in a car. Book bag, license to carry. So his was found in a car, that's why nothing makes sense of anything that's happening. Because when 3 people go missing, sometimes, when 3 people go out, sometimes you hear 1 person missing. But you never hear 2 people missing.
So 2 of them was missing. They found the body, right? They found one.
Yeah, 3 weeks later, you know, we like literally fought hard. Like Instagram, they went extra heavy. Like people from all over the world. I'm talking about they was going heavy with flooding the news, TikToks. They had TikToks and everything, and they was making it aware. So when we couldn't get the news to air it at first, you know, we couldn't get them to put nothing up. So we did nation searches ourselves. And that made people aware that somebody is missing and could possibly be in the water.
Right.
So, you know, when people on their jogs out there and they walking their dogs, they looking too.
Right.
Because I've stopped a lot of them. And a lot of them say, you know, we be out here every day. You know, they jogging. We out here every day, you know, searching for y'all boys too. So people was looking to be on alert for that.
Right.
And Ausar was spotted by somebody just randomly, you know, walking past.
So what was the condition of his body? Was he killed?
They said it was no foul play. They just felt like it was no foul play. They feel like
They did his autopsy?
Yeah, they said, I don't know if the autopsy had came back yet, but I do know that on the news they said no foul play at all. And that's why it's so important to find Quadir, because if y'all saying there's no foul play, then whoever did it gets away with it.
So a person just randomly walking back there, this is where y'all were searching at anyway?
We wasn't searching as far back. We was searching up Manioc, but we was searching a school kill. My 15-year-old and another guy actually went down there with, they both had a log because we couldn't get them, the divers, to go in. And that's what initiated, got the first group of divers in, with Channel 10 News came out. Because they like, okay, now it's civilians just going down there. Like, if y'all don't check, we gonna check. That's what made them go in there.
Wow.
So after that, once they start getting calls, we start getting anonymous tips though before that. Check the art museum, check the art museum, check the art museum. But, you know, you don't believe it. And in a Reddit game, you don't believe that type of stuff. But he was found right there.
From the anonymous tip?
Where the anonymous tips was saying he was going to be, checked behind, he was behind there, floating.
So let me ask you this question, seriously. So was it a police chase? The police chase was real. Was it any cop that came forward that said they did chase a car that night?
No, they said no. They said no.
Did, what's the other guy name that was found?
Dante.
the body that was found?
Oh, Ausar.
Ausar. So Ausar autopsy was done, and he didn't have any bruises or nothing. They said no.
Nope, just water damage, but no.
So Tay is the one who basically survived the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think is he suspicious to you?
Yeah, in the beginning, I was just very, I just was, I want him. At first, no, but then when I found Pop stuff and then he went back to North Carolina the next day, I was like saying a lot of hateful things, a lot of threats and a lot of hateful stuff, And then as time went on, I started to not know. I started to not know what happened. I started to get confused, but one thing I know for sure, ain't nobody gonna never change my mind. 2 black African-American kids from the hood was not jogging down Galileo. What was they running from? Who was they running from? And why is there no cameras down there to tell me, where's the cameras?
For them to ditch their guns, us black people, when we ditch our gun, we ditching our gun from the police. That's it. We're not ditching our gun from nobody else.
But see, this is the thing about it. Dante said he threw his when he got out. That's where we found one. You said that the boys didn't run in the same direction with you at all. So why was 2 guns found in the same place, 2 blocks in the woods from where the car was broke down at? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he did it. I just need that explanation because I know if I run through the woods got a lot of trees and grass and right there, especially right there.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear running. You're gonna hear somebody behind you. If you're on the streets and somebody's chasing you, you hear this.
Right. We need to know if the police really, if that was because they can go on their log and see if we did have a chase that night, black car, boom, boom. That.
They did. They said it was no police chase. That's the only thing they don't understand. So now they saying, well, maybe he was telling the truth and he thought it was a cop. Maybe somebody was posing as the police. When they said that to me, I looked at her like she was crazy.
Yeah, because your son and them ain't going for that.
I said, listen, miss, my kid is not jumping in no water to get away from no police. Not when he blessed as much. Papa had money, he saved, he liked to save. He's not jumping in no water. He's gonna get caught. And then we're gonna pay the bill. The last bill my aunt paid was like $150,000. She got it down to 15. She paid it ASAP. Boom. Socked up then. He's not running. He wasn't in a situation where he had to run. He wasn't hurting for money to have to run in the water. And for anybody to make me believe that they didn't know that it was water there. I mean, the school kill been lit up, and you could see that for many years. I used to go down there when I was young and just chill, smoke, right, hang out. You go out there with your girl or your boy, girls go off their man. Y'all feeding the ducks, y'all drinking and smoking. For years, you can see the stuff in the water bristle. Look nice at nighttime.
Honestly, the foul play part, the autopsy with no foul play, kind of like make me be like, what did happen? Like it got you in a frenzy because it's like
it got you nervous.
Yeah, kind of weird. Did they get high at anything? Like I know you say smoke.
No,
did they smoke like anything else? Was they doing like?
They smoked. The only thing they smoked was weed. They didn't drink at all.
They didn't smoke no wet or nothing.
No wet. Pop hate that, because I used to do it for a long time.
Yeah.
So he, on that wave, his weed, his little perk for his back, and They had started drinking syrup. I don't know what that was about either, but the videos, they got them all in the bottles, and you know.
Yeah.
And I went through a phase arguing with him with that too. He said, "I'm grown. You can tell me what to do."
I can only imagine how he is.
He's just like me.
Yeah.
He's just like me.
That's what I'm saying. You know your son, so you know, like, I'm not running, throwing no pistol.
Jumping in the water.
Jumping in the water. I'm not even jumping in that shit.
I'm gonna throw the pistol in the water
and say, "All right, y'all got me."
You got me.
You feel me?
Take me there. What you gonna say? I threw the pistol in the water. Go get it. I've seen my son in a situation where the Warren people then ran in my folks' crib where my boy was at before, and they said your son was so scared because he had a gun. Before the Warren people could get up the steps, he done took the gun apart, broke it down, threw it all in different places.
Yeah.
The only thing the person got who else it was, and they wanted to take it, was the manufacturing charge. He's smart. He's not about to jump in no damn river, excuse my language, knowing you can't beat that current. They know that. Ausar was a professional swimmer. He could swim. He swam in the Olympics and all types of stuff. His father trained him young. You know, the gun range, he was licensed, he was in college, he was smart, he wasn't in the streets. Funny kid. Oh God, he was amazing. He was amazing.
Did Tay say what kind of like cop car was it? Did he say was it state trooper?
He said it was a black SUV, and then when I told him that...
A black SUV?
Yeah, when I told him that it was no reports of a cop chasing him, he looked at me, he said, "Oh my God." I said, "Wait." He said, "Oh my God, we assumed they was cops. We panicked." He was like, "You telling me nobody was chasing us?" I said, "That's what the cops said." This is what he said to me. I talked to him now. I talked to him yesterday.
As you start to talk to him, you want to start.
I just found out more and more.
Yeah.
You know, I found out more and more. Do I trust him? No, he know that. But
let me tell you something. This is my opinion on the situation. The kids today, they just blow your head off.
I see I'm watching stuff. I'm watching videos, YouTube. I'm tuned in.
They'll just kill you. They don't even think to like, all right, we're gonna play it like they don't. They impulsive. They
making videos about it. We have so many people tell us, "Oh, this gang did it. This gang did it." And when we go on YouTube and we study them and we read about them, we say, "Oh no, they didn't do it." Cause them, they gonna make a video about it. They gonna troll it. They cause the families on FaceTime and argue with them.
Yeah.
Masses on. They didn't do this. This was done by somebody, and I'm older. Someone older, somebody smart. It could have been planned by younger people to, you know, set it up.
Maybe they thought it was a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they
seen what was going on,
when they found out it wasn't, like, "Oh, y'all got me," and then maybe that happened like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, so they found Ausar. Boom. I want to ask you a true question. Like, so what do you think happened though? Or you don't know what, you don't even know?
What I think happened is only what I think happened. I believe that my son and Ausar was set up. I believe the setup was for Quadir. And Ausar was just a bonus. He was just a bonus because he was there.
Ooh.
You understand?
Why do you say that? Because I understand you're transparent and you're real. You say your son, because your son was...
My son was a troller. He was happy with it. "Oh yeah, he would call you. That's why."
Yeah.
He was one of those, he'll call you, smoking on your dead folks. Yeah. He was a heavy troller, you know?
Yeah.
And Ausar, He wasn't on it. He was older than them. He was 21. You know,
Yes.
Quadir was 18. So he wasn't really on that. All he used to do, you know, he liked to rap and stuff. And, you know, he was in school, but he needed a little break. So, you know, he came out and he wanted to rap. He just wanted to chill with his friends, but he would be at my house most of the time, like just chilling with my daughters and my younger son, David. He would just be there all the time. And even when Quadir would leave for a couple hours, they would get in arguments. And Quadir would be like, man, you always up under on me. Just look at you. Just want to be up under the dikes. You know? And he'd be like, you cooking me. And he'd be like, I'm going to the biddy.
Yeah.
I guess the biddy mean the town up they way. I'm going to the biddy. So they would talk like that. So I knew, like, Ausar really made me know. Like, I was like, okay, man, maybe Quadir is like on me back home, because we had got an argument a couple days before that, but we always argued. We was like mom, best friends / like brother and sister. We was close. You know, we was the same. I get up ramming.
Yeah.
You wake him up, he up ramming.
Right.
Yeah, you know, we was the same. It was crazy.
Where you hear that, right? First, before I ask you that, how did you find out that they found Ausar? Like, what happened with that?
I was on
Somebody was jogging past, you said, and seen him.
I was on a bed, and it was early in the morning, and I'll never forget it. And I got a call from Ausar Dad, and we hadn't been getting along at all. And he was screaming. I'll never forget it. He was screaming, and he was like, the body they found in the water was Ausar. And I just remember screaming and like trash in the room, just like going crazy. I had screamed so bad, my kids would tell you, they was like, oh my God, on me. I was screaming so bad. I came out the room the first time with my clothes. And then when I came back out, the kids said I was running around the house screaming, naked completely. I had came out my clothes completely, just going crazy. Because I couldn't, I just, hold up. Once I heard that, I knew for sure, like, yeah, my boy wasn't coming back, you know? I knew it. I knew, like, I knew something was up, but I still had, like, some type of hope, like, maybe people older than them and they'd see something eventually. But when they said they found Ausar, I knew I wasn't gonna see him no more.
How did that feel mentally? Like you feel like you know that he's gone, but you don't know.
I just know that Ausar wouldn't leave Quadir, and Quadir wouldn't leave Ausar. That's something I know. Ausar wouldn't leave my baby. None in the world. He loved Quadir, you know. He used to try to talk to him all the time and like tell him like, you gotta chill, you calm down, you know. You be having money, you know, you gotta fall back now, you know. He just wanted the light. He got that from me. So there was something bad that I installed in him, making him think like, your face gotta be known. He always wanted to be known. He wanted everybody to know who Quadir was and his friends. He wanted to be a star. He wanted to be the talk of everybody. So I knew it when Ausar came on. Yes, it's a bad feeling.
Damn, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry, man, that you gotta go through that. These stories, man, they really be touching me. Because I understand, like, you know, losing a son is different, but then under these conditions, it's like a whole nother level.
It's the thought of
Thank you.
it's the thought of not knowing where he at. You know what I'm saying? Like I could deal with it better because I am from the streets. I could deal with it better if, you know, maybe he went to go do something and it didn't work out that way. They got to shoot out something, I don't know. But did not know what happened. Didn't know that he left out with people he trusted, and and even down to him getting the address to go to somewhere it came from his friends in a group chat. So all of that bothers me. And when I think about my baby every day, all day, I can't help to think that somebody he knew did it. Somebody that he was close to, he cared about, that he loved. That's just how I feel. It had something to do with it. In order to get close to Pop, you gotta know his moves, and everybody don't know his moves. Nobody would have knew my baby was out there if the cops didn't do it and they trying to cover it up. Nobody would have knew my baby was going that road, going to where he was going, but just a couple people. How he didn't return. Nobody got answers. Not the cops, not his friends, nobody.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like, you ever vanished.
I want to put all his information on here. Put all his information. We're going to keep pushing. I seen, shout out to Twizzy.
Yeah, Twizzy V died.
Yeah, I don't know him. I seen him on social media.
Yeah, they been in abandoned schools. I mean, them boys came out and they ripped through West Philly. You understand? They took anywhere they seen abandoned buildings with like boards hanging. They was ripping them down, running through it. If it was a house that looked like a crack house, they was running down in there. And we would get a crowd of 40 people sometimes. The majority of them is women, Muslim women, all licensed to carry out there, standing strong. And they did it for days. I'm talking about, they went down abandoned train tracks on the side of the highways to the zoo, behind the zoo. Fairmont Park, Lemon Hill.
Did the divers go in the water?
Yeah, they actually, since they found Ausar, they've been going down there. It was maybe like 1 or 2 days they didn't go down there because the current, but, I went out there and I walked and I just looked, and I just was, hoping that I film every time I go out. And then I kind of took, people think like I stopped looking for them. No, I didn't. I took a 3-day break in between because it's hard to go out there as a mom every day. And you want to protect them. You want to be able to give them that security.
And then, leaving without.
And then when you come back, you got no results just like the first time you went out there. And they don't understand that. They see me on Instagram and they say, oh, she always fighting or she always smoking. Won't she go back out there another day? I've been out there 30 days. No results. I've started going crazy where I had them popping bandit BMWs and I'm riding past cars, smelling trunks, like going to every location the trolls tell me to go to. I'm all over. I'm talking about Cobbs Creek. I'm from uptown. Uptown. Tacony Creek and just, my kids walking through the creeks with their sneakers, in the water, like like desperately trying to help me, you know?
Because you want answers.
Yeah. Somebody gotta tell me what happened to my son.
Yeah,
I deserve it.
for sure. You do. You do.
It's been since the 6th. Where is he? Like, you know.
Since the 6th of April?
Since the 6th of March. Since the 6th of March, he been going. And we ran across 2 remains. That was us that found the remains. They just discovered still no Quadir. Who want me to keep going through that all the time?
Right.
I'm in the water out there the other day. It's pouring down, raining. And I'm just out there. The kids out there, they're getting wet. Like, come on. I'm working with them every morning. Get up, come on. Y'all acting suspicious. They're my own kids, you know, because you start. It's like you start remembering, like, that's your first son. It's like, nothing else matters anymore. That's how I be feeling. And
You feel guilty?
yeah, I feel like maybe if I was home, or maybe if I was home, he wouldn't even went out there because he knew like we was gonna be on some shit, you know? Because he told the kids, and sometimes when it first happened, I was like so angry with them, but I never probably told them, but I was mad at them. And I was like, why y'all let them go out? No. If y'all would have told them no, I said, like, you know, don't go do that. Something can happen to you while you out there doing it. Maybe they wouldn't have went, because Ausar didn't want to go. And I think about that every day, like, you know, he didn't want to go. He kept saying that they said, and Quadir, he didn't want Quadir to go by himself. And then I think, maybe if I told him so many times, Papa, if you're gonna be locked up, you're going away, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna save you. You're gonna hate me, but, you know, Mommy just saved you when nothing happened to you. But I never really did it. I called, but I let him run, and I just wish I could have helped him better, or just like, I don't know. Because anywhere I would have went, he would have went. So when he moved out of Philly, I couldn't keep him at his house because he wanted to come to my house. You know. So sometimes I regret, like, maybe if I would have moved out of Philly, like where he moved to, or, you know, I could have saved him. Or, I don't know. He was hard-headed like me, you know. I just gotta learn how to, like, I'm trying to learn how to cope without him and be able to talk about him, like, and be strong.
You got a lot on your, you have a lot on your, it's a lot.
Yeah, but he hate when we cry. And when the girls cry, sisters, and I'd be like, Pop, stop being so insensitive. He'd be like, man, shut all that crying up, man. Go get your new boyfriend. You know, he tell me all the time, like, suck that stuff up, come on.
He was.
Yeah, and I'd be like, Pop, don't do that. Like, you gotta be sensitive, man, I ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying, man? She be doing her, like, I'm gonna do her. So sometimes I try to, like, you know, suck it up more like the kids or something.
No, it's okay to cry, though. It's okay to cry. We taught not to cry. We taught that it's okay to cry. We human. You need to as a relief. It's okay to call someone. It's okay to go live. You can go live as much as you want. It's your therapy. I see a lot of support you get. They don't know that stuff help.
Yeah.
It keeps you going.
I'm up all night. Sometimes I fall asleep on here. I get up an hour later. I'm up all night. It took me a while to sleep in my room because Ausar used to sleep in my room too. I'm his little friend. Yeah, you know, they all got the rooms, and he like, oh no, I'm going in Umi room. I'm taking my mattress. I'm taking mattress off the bed.
So Ausar called you Umi too?
Yeah. Oh, he'll call me Niche. He be like,
Right.
Niche.
Yeah.
We was close, like, me and him. He brought that mattress in my room every day. Now I got it, and I'm talking about a queen size mattress. So now I'm trying to get off my bed and cross over him and his friend, but she pregnant, so I can't cross over her. And it was every day. Like, it went on for like maybe like a month straight.
The support been real though. Your house been loaded.
Yeah, flowers and like the GoFundMe, the Cash Apps we able to raise, and
I'm putting the GoFundMe up too.
yeah, and stuff
And
like that.
I want to donate
yeah.
too to the GoFundMe.
So all that stuff, you know, been helpful, but on the same token, you know, just somebody help me find them.
Do you feel like the city, they failed you with that? Do you feel like they failed you?
Definitely, I definitely want a lawyer. I definitely feel like if they would have went out there and believed what we were saying from the beginning, man, them boys would have been home. It took them about 2 weeks, the first, you know, and then they did that for one day, and then until a service film. At this point, you know, they saying they don't, you know, they don't, the dogs is not smelling nothing right now. My thing is they go in abandoned houses. Search for them. I bet you somebody threw a dog in the water, y'all gonna be in the water searching that dog in their pattern, y'all gonna be up in there.
Right.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
regardless of how y'all might think he was, our son was human. He deserved to be found. See, he deserved to be found. He wasn't no monster. He wasn't in no gang. He might have hung with people who, you know, all these kids now got their little gangs going on. Pop just hung with anybody. He wasn't with that. Oh, you know, because he got his best friends don't like some of his friends, you know, from Malady. But they his friends. You know, Pop met them, he liked them. He don't pass judgment on who they hang with. He hang with the nerdy boys, he hang with the tough boys.
He was like his mother.
Yeah, he got that bad. I'm talking about like the temper, the want money. Like
You get therapy?
No, I need it. It's a lie be my therapy at night. I'm crying and scared to keep my eyes closed. And for a minute, I couldn't even sleep upstairs because the sir wasn't there. And then I just slept by the door on the couch. You know, and I said, he gonna come. He gonna come to that door. He ain't gonna leave us like that. He just trying to wait till stuff die down. That's what I said about him and sir. They just trying to, then we got the calls coming in. Oh, we seen him up 69th Street. They looked at hurt though. And we know for sure it was the Ausar boy, his dress, his laugh. Oh yeah, we got so many of those. Oh, I seen him at 8th and Market.
So it's a sense of anxiety all night and all day. You just don't never know when the phone will ring.
You don't know if the phone ever gonna ring.
That's like, I don't know.
Do you know the feeling of not knowing what happened to your son?
No.
Did he go in the water? Did he not? Is he in a bando? Is he in woods? Is he even still in Philly? Like, is he ever gonna have a burial? Could I ever properly, lay him to rest if that is the case? That's what I think about every day. And I ask the people on there, if you watch it, if you got him, anywhere. Just, if he's not here with me no more, put him anywhere. Just somewhere where he could be seen.
Oh man, I gotta stick with you with this because I need to know too. It's just like something that's, I never heard of nothing like this.
The world wanna know. I'm talking about the world. I'm talking about like people
I see.
From all over, like, no people that's not even here. People, a girl from New England writes me all the time. They from all over, TikTok, everywhere, people. I had a girl come to my house. She knocked on my door and she said, I don't know you. And I know you on parole and I see you been real depressed and you're not getting up to go see your agent. She said, come on, I'll take you. And at first I was scared, like, oh, because I didn't know what was going on at the time. Her son to me was like, she got her kids with her, real kids, let's go. And she was nice, she came, you know, helped me with the kids because I wasn't cooking for them or nothing, you know, not nothing. I made sure I got in the shower, and, you know, my phone had broke. Like, my girlfriend had like broke up with me too. All in the, she wasn't helping me find my son, so it was like you had to go. So not only did my boys, I lose my boys, but I also lost somebody. You know that. You know,
It's a trickle effect. You start blaming everybody.
Yeah, I cared
about it. You know, if people don't understand what comes with turmoil is like it could go any way.
I don't trust nobody.
You don't trust nobody. You against everybody. But people that understand, they'll give you your space, but they ain't gonna go nowhere. They understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with somebody in turmoil when they against you.
Right.
You gotta kind of let it simmer. But this situation is like so deep, so it's like
I'm never gonna get over this. You know, sometimes you mourn stuff. My grandma raised me. When she passed away, I was devastated. Like I thought my whole life was over. But this right here is different. This is personal.
yeah.
Understand me?
Yes.
This is personal to me. This is my son.
Yes.
This is very personal to me.
What's the part? What's the part that makes you like? What's the part in this situation that makes you feel like, damn, like what the fuck? Like, is it the fact that you don't know what happened? Is it the fact that you think you know what happened? Is it like, I don't even know how to even put it in.
Crazy. The fact that Ausar was found in the water. The fuck, what is he doing in the water?
Yeah. Was that after y'all looked though?
That was way after I've been through something. But I had 1,000 stories what it could have happened. I'ma keep it real. You did it, it was you. I know, I'm talking about every troller that start trolling to start making videos after them, and people that actually was making videos with his name in it. They say his name and my nephew's name at the same time. My nephew, he's 15, man. He like, oh, he getting scared now.
Yeah.
They actually, so now me, you know, knowing that I should stay back, no, now I gotta go hit these people up, putting myself in danger. Like, hold up. My babies don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble. If it's money you want, just tell me. We copping out all the way. They say, oh, not Big Bad Diaz. Yeah, I'm copping out. Well, my babies don't want no trouble. You understand? They kids. They get up there, they troll like everybody else. But they really kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How is they mental? How they doing?
Also, the little nerve for nothings. These the younger crowd is here actually now, so the younger kids left. They destroyed. They destroyed, and they try to be strong for me though. They'll walk around like, no, I'm gangster, mom. I'm cool. We just trying to make sure you cool. And then, you know, I'll look on the Instagrams and the statuses and be like, you know, my youngest son, it'll be like, why you do this to me? And I don't know what to do without y'all. I don't know. I don't want to go outside without y'all. Like, you know, like, he'll be like.
So Pop was like the man of the crib, for real.
Pop thought that was his crib. He ain't paid no bills. Mm-hmm. But he was running it, okay?
Yeah.
He would go crazy. Like, he was just like me. Like, we go 0 to 100, and we clash. And then I'll call, he'd be like, I ain't coming to see you for 90 days. That was his favorite. And I'd be like, well, when you gonna act on it? You come here, you cuss me, I ain't coming for 90 days. When you gonna act on it? And now I just ain't hear his voice. besides videos, I ain't seen him or heard his voice.
If you could talk to Pop right now, if Pop living right now and he watching this, what would you say to him right now? Come on, bring your ass home.
I miss him.
I know you do.
And then I'm sorry for like any arguments we ever had. I just want him to come home.
Yeah. What y'all used to argue about?
Anything.
Y'all both got the same personality. You not backing down, he not backing down.
He want to run my house. And I want to run my house, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm the man of the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't no man.
Yeah.
I'm the man of the house. You know? And I'm like, well, I got 10 years. I got my rights.
Yeah.
You know? And he'd be like, you animated. That was his word. He'd be like, you animated. And I'd be like, you don't pay no bills. And he'd be like, I'm already knowing. You know, he'd say that. But he was funny. He stayed with a smile on his face. He stayed with a smile on his face. But we was alike. You know, Pop go to sleep late. The kids, they stay up to 5, 6 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Where I'm waking up at 6 in the morning. So now where they just went to sleep, they got DoorDash bags everywhere. Mm-hmm. They got ashes, piles of ash. Everybody got their own pile of ashes. Yeah, smoking that on my table.
Yeah. So what's up?
So now I'm coming down and I'm waking the whole house up. Get up, niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw her look at me. I saw her look at me. At first, he used to look at me like I was crazy. He didn't understand me. And then he started understanding me, and then he wasn't scared of me. He would get smart back. Like, he'd be like, man, and he shut that shit up. Like, I just cleaned up. One time he came downstairs, I was ready. I said, y'all, I got these niggas. Watch, I'm gonna come down there and cuss them out. Mm-hmm. I came out my room and I was, get the right now. Get out. I want y'all out right now. Y'all just tear my house up. And Ausar woke up and said, you know what? Shut up. Shut the hell up. And I was like, what? He was like, I already cleaned up because we knew he was going to be on that type time. He said, I woke up at 5 in the morning and started cleaning. But by that time, I had already woke Pop up. He was activated. Oh, he was mad. Somebody was going to pay for waking him up. So I tried to laugh it off and go downstairs and try to, once I see it's clean, I'm like, all right, I gotta get Pop back in the gut, get it moved. But he just wouldn't let down.
Yeah. Once he activated, it's up.
Oh yeah, it was up, cause he ended up with a little buffalo sauce on him. He got a little active with me. I had to throw some buffalo sauce on him, And then he had to buy me a new TV the next day, cause he got real upset.
Y'all smoke some weed together and laugh at
The
it.
next day he bought me a TV after he told me he wasn't getting me. They ain't getting nothing. I said, I bet you I do. I'm coming to your house, tear your house up. And he was real protective over my aunt too. So I said, you know what, I'm going for her. He said, you touch my aunt? I said, I'm going for her, because that's going to hurt you. I had my TV the next day. And then he came and he said, hey, Mom, he told me and my daughters, he said, I got $100 for all y'all. He helped this money. So we hype. He gave up the first $100. So now they like, well, where our money at? He like, I said, I got $100 for y'all. It's for y'all. Just split 25 apiece.
That's major. Yo, that's major. I said I got $100 for y'all. Not $100 a piece.
But he had a whole pocket full of money. So I just was like, you know what, they used to play a lot and fight, and they had broke the arm on my couch. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get a couch with it.
Yeah.
And put it towards it. So I ended up getting a couch, and now this is his couch. Mm-hmm. It's his couch, And he was acting a fool on Monday. Was that Monday? Yeah. He had locked my daughter out of her room. Oh, my goddaughters. He was locked out of her room, and they woke me up at 5, 4 in the morning, screaming and hollering. And me and him was arguing. So the next day, I said, I'm going to my house in Delaware. Mm-hmm. I'm getting up out of here. And I went to Delaware, and he called me the next day. They was like, guess who here? My daughter was like, guess who here? He gave me the camera. And he was like this with his middle finger. I was like, hey, Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the next day, they wake me up in the wee hours of the morning. telling me that Pop left out the house and the cops was chasing him. Yeah, I'll never forget that day. I don't think I could ever get over this. Like, I know how people, you know, they grieve and, you know, they able to get back to life, but I don't see it, like, no time soon. Like, the dating scene, I just don't want to be around nobody.
Yeah.
I just want to just stay in my room. I knew it was affecting my kids. My younger son, I always ask him to do stuff. He won't do nothing. I got to argue, fight him, snatch his phone. He came in my room last night and he said, "Homie, you depressed?" And I said, "Huh, what that mean?" I said, "What you asking me?" He said, "Look at your room." He said, "Homie, you got ants all on your floor."
You don't even see it.
And he start picking it up, and even with, you know, he start washing my dirty drawers and my clean. Watch this, Chloe. Wash your feet. And I just got him back too. When I came home, he ain't washed no clothes in a year. And he washing my clothes, he mopping the floor. And I said, "Oh, you gotta pull it together." And he's just starting to affect them, yo. Like, y'all ordering out every day. And like, it's starting to affect them, but it's like, I can't. I go outside. My friends try to take me outside. I go outside maybe 3 hours and I'm just right back. I just want to go back to the house. It's like I'm like forcing myself to be depressed and I don't get it. I don't understand. But I just feel like, how can I have fun? You know, I got friends like, well, let me just pay for a trip for you. We go on a trip for 2 days. You know, you can get your mind clear. And it's like, a trip? The fuck I want to go buy some water. And they telling me my fucking kids, that's the water.
Right.
You know, I know people trying to help me, but who want to go on vacation? I mean,
But you know, man, sometimes people don't know what to do or say. You know what I'm saying? If it comes from a genuine place, then you can understand it. But people don't know. They don't have an answer at all. Cause it's like I can't even fathom. Cause I never went through that. But I can understand it. But I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say. I'm here for you if you need me for anything. But like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's one thing. Your son was in the streets and he had a shootout and he got shot and he died. And you got it's a closure, it's an understanding, but it's
right.
But this is like different. You lay down not knowing what it's like. It's not normal.
That's what I'm saying. I could accept that my boy went out. If a son was feeling like that, I would still be devastated. But I could accept. Okay, they went out to get their big boy wings, and it didn't go like that. You know, I'm from the streets. I understand this. A lot of people don't, but I come from Somerville. I seen this. I know this. I grew up around it. I grew up with bodies dropping at my feet as a little girl. I know.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know this all too well. But to know that drowned, what? I'm more confused than I've ever been. And it's been going on since the 6th. So I'm more confused than I've ever been now since the service failed. Because I feel like, it's so bad to say, but I feel like Quadir has to come up with something done to him. He got to. If not, Ausar get no justice. And Ausar was out there with my kid.
And you said Ausar was like laid back. He'd probably go out without a fight.
No, he is specialized in martial arts.
So,
He's a trained shooter. His sister is 16 and she's a professional trained shooter.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like
Ausar swims. He know how to swim with the current. And these boys Quadir's a swimmer, but he's no match for Ausar. Ausar knows not to panic. He knows to swim.
What do the cops think? The cops are still investigating?
The cops says that the boys read and they jumped over the media and they thought over the media that it was some land and it was nothing but a 60-foot drop in the water. But even if that was the case, I just went to Miami in October and I jumped from the yacht just into the water the wrong way. And I have a mark on my face from the water busted. I felt like a brick banged into my face. I thought somebody really hit me in the water. I came up ready for war.
You came out ready for war.
Ready for war. Combat Philly came up in me. I was ready. And my girlfriend was like, no, sweetie, ain't nobody, dude, I'm watching you. It was like,
that's that water.
It was the water. So if you want me to think that baby boy jumped into the water and he has not a bruise, I can't listen to that. And any bruise that he did have, y'all said that it was from the rocks. That y'all feel like it was from him banging up against the rocks. What happened to Ausar, Scott Thomas, and Quadir Diaz? What happened? You got all that water out there. The city is charging us so money for ID, so much money for these IDs. Where's the cameras? It's kids that go out there, it's adults, it's old people to jog. You know, you got sickos running around. Where's the cameras to protect these people to let us know what happened? If you got his location, and tell me what went on there in that location. Did the cops chase him and the boys got scared and ran in the water and they trying to cover it up? What happened? Because for the last couple of years, we not gonna lie, the cops have been doing some real crazy things. And they been coming out, going to jail, getting away with it. Sandra Bland, I remember these people, you know. She went to jail and came and died just for a traffic ticket. You know what I'm saying? So I know, I had another friend, he passed away, and he only had his hands up. The guy killed him, cop. It took years to get investigated to find out the truth.
What's going on? I need everybody that's tuned in to support this cause. I need y'all to go on the GoFundMe. I don't care what it is. Support it. I need y'all to reach out to every news stations in the city. Call them. Keep calling them. Bug them. I need y'all to do everything that y'all can do to help, because this is a situation that's that not her, not me, but we
Village
need answers. We need answers. All the information is going to be in this video. Please, please, please support in any way. Please support in any way, please. I'm gonna put links in this bio. I'm gonna put everything for you guys to go to just to support. Please support. We need it. We need it. And send Ms. Can you give me your Instagram?
Taniesha Diaz, Taniesha Diaz, Diaz.
Send her all the love that y'all can send her, because she need it. She need it. She need it. Is there anything else you want to say before we close out?
I just want anybody that's out there, when you riding past like parks, abandoned cars, if you're down Kelly Drive, Cobb's Creek, just look, just smell. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Just look and smile for me, please.
What area should people look at?
That's the thing. I don't know if he at this last location, what would be River Drive, which would be down there, Kelly Drive. I don't know. I don't know if he made it uptown. I don't know if he if he even dared where Ausar was at. I don't know if somebody snatched him, whoever was chasing him. I don't know if Ausar got scared, ran, jumped in, because that's what we hearing. I don't know if Quadir was took uptown. I don't know if he was took west, north. I have no clue.
So, all the information is It's going to be in the link in the bio. I need y'all to support Ms. Diaz. This is like this is a situation that we all need answers to, like I said. And is there anything you want to say before we close it out?
Just look and smell, you know. Just keep the eyes, you know, on any type of bandos and abandoned cars and the parks, you know. When you going past, smell. And if you smell something, don't think it's just the garbage or something. Just, it only take 5 seconds just to check it out. That's it, you know. Just go to everybody, just help me, you know. And even if you in Delaware, you know, the school kill leads to Delaware. So, any in that area, just please look out for him. You know, he got all black on, the dreadlocks, all black.
You got a picture? We got some pictures of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to put all that up here on the show.
He had on all black when he left out, even the sneakers.
All black with dreads. Put this picture. We're gonna put this picture up here. Y'all make sure y'all support. Please support. All the information is right here. And I need all y'all, like I said, to reach out to Ms. Diaz. She gave y'all her Instagram, but we still gonna put it in here as well. And I just wanna say everybody that helped her so far, I appreciate you from me. And yeah, we need answers. Can you say we need answers with me?
Yeah, we need answers, please. My family, my children, Quadir fathers, both of them, they need answers.
We need answers.
The world needs answers.
The world.
At this point.
Please pray for Ms. Diaz. I want to say thank you to everybody that's helping her, supporting her. And yeah, thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you for coming.
And you met me, we locked in. We locked all the way in forever.